This Is Us returns with their season premiere, and they give us all the feels and a little something to come.
And I have my full list of fall TV previews.
Kiefer Sutherland returns in Designated Survivor, and I am so here for it. All this and more on today's A&B Convo TV. Okay guys, before we get into today's episode, because we took a little hiatus, as you know, it was Virgo season. If you follow me on social media, I gave it 3 the hard way because it was Amber's birthday, my birthday, and George R.R. Martin, the creator of Game of Thrones. So it was like September 18th, 19th, and 20th. Yes. So as usual, help your girls out. This is a new channel, so hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any of our episodes. So, Amber, let's get started.
It's a good time of year because it is fall TV season. It is the best season of television time to me, and we have a bunch of good shows returning this week. Some coming, reboots are being brought back, and this week, of course, is the return of TGIT. But for me, it's all about How to Get Away with Murder, Season 4. I'm very interested to see, even though I never really cared for Wes's character, I'm interested to see how that dynamic of the show is going to go without the Keating 5. That was kind of like the main staple of the series since Season 1. So it's going to be interesting to see how that main factor is going in the season.
Yes, because we have the young lady who is pregnant. Last week they played the last episode from the previous season.
Okay.
And so I am glad that I did stop and watch that, because now I have even more questions about why exactly did you kill Wes?
Yeah.
Because it looks like it's a fight. I don't know. I have to, it's a lot. How to Get Away with Murder has too many twists and turns. It just has me all in my feelings. And then it's like, you know, when they give you those commercials, they're like, the first 10 minutes is going to be OMG. Like, it really truly is.
Yeah.
It really truly is.
It doesn't disappoint. Another thing that people are just living for is Return of Will and Grace. It's 11 years later.
Yes.
They're picking up with Season 9. You know, all your faves are back. And I feel like I've watched Will and Grace more on reruns than I've watched it as it's happening. Like, I remember like watching Friends as it came out and kind of like waiting for that next episode, but now I really don't remember like how it is to like wait for a sitcom weekly. So I feel like Will and Grace is like such a binge type of show that you will want like the whole season just run through it. So it's going to be interesting, I think, especially in this day and age. I feel like people were excited that Will and Grace is coming back. They've already got greenlit for another season.
So excited.
So it's like people are here for it. They've been waiting for some Will and Grace. So I think it's going to be funny to see how they tackle today's topics. In their, you know, in their world.
As long as I can hear just chat.
Yeah, I mean,
one more time. I need that. I need that in my life. It's been missing. One of my faves returns this week. Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland, aka Jack Bauer. You will always be Jack Bauer, by the way. Just saying. Shout out to Kiefer. I am absolutely loving. Let me just tell you, I started watching this show. I had to binge watch it because I caught like the last 20 minutes of the last episode of Season 1, and I was like, oh, this looks really good. So I went back and watched it, and I was like, this is really, really good. I had heard about it last year, and I was like, no. He'll always be Jack Bauer. I'm not, not today. And go figure, Kiefer comes back as basically a designated survivor when they blow up the Capitol, and he ends up becoming the president. And he really, the difference is that he has no, like, well, he does have some experience, but not enough to what you would think a president should have. But he's coming in and he's doing a magnificent job, unlike others, as the president of the United States. And you this first episode, you see him come and like really flex his muscles on like an American / foreign policy deal. So it's a really, really good show. It really gives you that kind of like meat and potatoes of what it's like to be in politics. I like it. Not to be Compared to Scandal, it's totally different.
So moving on to October,
Yeah.
I know my last show that's kind of like on my watch list is Dynasty. Now I didn't watch the original Dynasty. This is a reboot, and no, it's like just like wasn't my.
Oh, well, you were probably with
Yeah,
me.
well, when it was
Yeah,
out, I
never
was
mind.
like just bored.
Yeah, well,
If not,
Well, that shows my age,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
if not, born yet. So this is the reboot. It comes out October 11th. It is the same people who brought us Gossip Girl. It's on CW again.
Mhm.
So I feel like that's already kind of grabbing me because I love Gossip Girl. And when I finally because I used to watch Gossip Girl on mute just to look at the clothes. And then, by accident, I just turned it off mute. And I was like, this show's kind of interesting.
It is really interesting.
So I feel like just that little pinpoint that the Gossip Girl people are bringing this reboot of Dynasty got me into it. I love Liz Gilly. She is starting the show, so anything she does, I'm gonna watch. So I'm gonna give it a one episode try and see how I like it.
Well, I gotta do 3.
So one.
I know. I gotta do 3. Can I just say, on a side note, the CW be sneaking in these extra, good, so watchable shows like this. I think people sleep on the CW. If you haven't really checked out their lineup, they have an amazing lineup.
Is
of shows.
Riverdale on CW?
Yeah, Riverdale is on there. I think, isn't The Flash? The Flash is on.
People love Riverdale.
Yeah, and so is Arrow is also on CW, and The 100. So can I just tell you that The 100 became one of my favorite shows. I love those shows, those sci-fi-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And The 100 really captivated me, and I was like, look at y'all on the CW. But yeah, I'll be watching Dynasty. I'll give it a 3 episode try. If it's as fabulous, because the original, baby, with Miss Diane Carroll, honey, that if you have not seen the original Dynasty, look it up on the internet. You have it's there. It's there. Another one of my shows returned this week with all the feels. This Is Us.
Mm-hmm.
This Is Us. I have a love-hate relationship with. I know you don't watch it, but it is one of those shows where you just become so emotionally invested in the characters, and that's what it is. Did I cry at Game of Thrones? I think it was an episode or 2.
Okay.
That I cried on in Game of Thrones. There's one episode of The Walking Dead where I was just boo-hoo. It's damn near every freaking episode with This Is Us. You need tissues.
And that's funny.
You need
that's
tissues and
their,
snacks.
That's the hashtag. Because on Twitter, they usually put a little emoji with the hashtag. And theirs is a box of tissues, which I think is hilarious.
No, seriously. It really is because I don't know what to tell you. It's really such a feel good show, and it takes you emotionally back to their childhood, to this, and and plus this week everybody is talking because one of the main characters had made he had said something about the Kardashians. He was like, oh, they're like gremlins. They keep multiplying. There'll be 100 more next week. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because this was filmed so many months ago, and now they're airing, and now it's that whole, but whatever. This last show, American Beauty Star, it premiered, I believe last week, last week the 21st, on Lifetime. It's another competition show. I believe it's from the same executive producers as Project Runway, which is why it kind of feels the same as Project Runway to me. It's giving me Project Runway. It is following makeup and hair artists in a competition, and every week they have these challenges where they have to put out a hair and makeup look and do a photo shoot, and the look also walks down the runway. So the part that gets me is that you have makeup people and hair people competing against each other. Mm-hmm. That's the part where I just kind of don't get, maybe because I do both. If anything, I think that there should be a makeup competition solely and a hair competition solely, but they do what they want. Adriana Lima is the host. I love her. I've loved Adriana Lima since day one. When she graced those covers of Victoria's Secret, love her. Sir John no introduction needed, is the mentor for everyone. And I have to say they have a very good group of contestants.
Okay.
Very valid, very well known hair and makeup artists, except for one. I'm just saying. No. Actually, it's quite a few. It's a couple. It's a couple who
Just the ones you don't know.
It's a couple that kind of strike me as, oh, you know, you kind of learn from YouTube, or oh, you know, this is a hobby for you. And one lady was like, she quit her job to pursue this. You know me. This is my whole thing. If you are going to quit a job that pays your bills, that gives you medical benefits, because let's be honest, in this industry, we don't have any of that. Our money is very funny. You know, it can be very good today and be very iffy the next day. You know, medical benefits, there's really nothing. If you're going to quit your job, I just kind of feel as though maybe you should have a bit more receipts behind you. Like, do you have a lot of paid gigs? Have you done any fashion weeks? Like, what does your resume look like, man?
You want to risk it all. Like, I'm all for like the big dreamers. Like,
I am too.
Jumping off the ledge and building a plane way down. So it's like, you know, go big or go home.
And then her technique is very off to me. But oh, that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. Just saying. But however, I will say this: there's this one girl, and she goes by Time, but it's spelled like the seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like THYME.
Okay.
Time the Infamous.
Okay.
That is her YouTube. She's a huge YouTuber. If you're on YouTube, you know her. But you also know her as a very extreme makeup artist. So like, she is giving you all the pinks over here, all the blues over here. She is somebody who will put on concealer and then put on foundation and then put on some more concealer and then a highlighter and then this and that. It is very, very, very Instagram makeup. It is very Instagram. And I think that I feel like she should have been eliminated off the bat. It was an editorial, thing, and it wasn't. Her look wasn't editorial at all. At all, her look was not editorial at all. Maybe for some types of editorial, just not for this. It was very clown. I think that people are really going to start seeing there's a huge difference between an Instagram artist, a makeup enthusiast, and an actual artist. This has been a real quick episode, I feel.
Yeah, I don't ran back our TV previews, and it's going to be an okay fall season. There's really not a lot of shows coming out. I feel like a lot of the good ones are going to come out at the top of the year.
It is.
The really anticipated ones are going to come out at the top of the year.
Well, we already know that the movie season 2018 is going to be lit. Oh my gosh, I have to save up. From holiday. From holiday, I have two. Thor and Star Wars. But then come January, God, Jesus, everywhere.
So you guys let us know your TV watch list. We would love to know if you like any of our shows. Be sure to comment in the comments below or hit us up on social media at A&B Convo TV.
Yes, be sure to show us some love. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification button so you don't miss anything. And if there's anything you want us to watch, again, put it in the comments. Just drop a little comment down below. Just right there.
All right, we will see you guys next episode.
All right, bye.